This is Dr. Kalpana Chauhan. Today I am going to discuss about the IGBT, insulated gate bipolar transistor. Actually, the IGBT is superior than BJT and MOSFET, and it is a combination of both these devices. It is a combination of BJT and MOSFET. Its symbol is here. We have gate, collector, and emitter. The BJT having the high input impedance like in MOSFET, it's having low on state conduction losses like in BJT. It is free from breakdown that is present in the BJT. This device IGBT is showing the high voltage and current ratings. Here are some advantages why we are going to the IGBT over power MOSFET and a BJT. IGBT has a very low on-state voltage drop, smaller chip size is possible, and the cost can be reduced. It can be easily controlled as compared to current control devices like thyristor and BJT. It is superior current conduction capability compared with the bipolar transistors. Having these advantages, this is also having some disadvantages like switching speed is inferior to that of a power MOSFET and superior to that of it is superior to that of a BJT. The turn off speed of IGBT is low, very low. Now I am discussing about its construction. So there are two types of transistor IGBT available. First is punch through. Here we have a diagram. First I am going to discuss this diagram. We have gate oxide, or we can say the gate silicon oxide. Here we have here silicon O2, here gate oxides, and we have called it as a gate. Here we have emitter, and on the lower portion we have the collector. The emitter is connected to the P and collector is also connected to the P positive, and we have the gate and the emitters are we have the common N plus here, and we have three junctions J1, J2, J3 here. This region is called the body region. We have the extra P layer here, so it's called the body region. Here we have the drain drift region. We have buffer layer of N positive and injecting layer of P positive. So there are two types of transistors IGBT. Transistors are here. We have punch through. These are fabricated with an additional N plus layer called N buffer layer that I have mentioned here. This buffer layer. This is the extra layer here in punch through type of IGBT. Second type of IGBTs are NPT, non punch through. These are fabricated without this layer. If we have a non punch through IGBT, then this buffer layer can be removed from this side. Since all transistors are available in N type and P type, IGBTs are also available in both these types. In this lecture we have PT and channel transistor IGBT considered here, as I have included the buffer layer. The internal construction of the transistor IGBT consists of the following areas. First is the P positive layer, which is called as injection layer. This is collector region. It is heavily doped. We have to apply positive voltage to make collector and buffer junction, that is J3 forward bias. Then N plus layer, which is called as buffer layer. This is an additional layer. This layer has no effect on operation of transistor IGBT. This makes the device asymmetrical. It helps in forward breakdown region. Next layer is N minus layer, drift, or we can say it's a drain drift region. This layer is lightly doped. It acts as base for PNP transistor. It is the drain of MOSFET and emitter of NPN transistor. Junction J2 is formed between N minus and P plus body. P P plus, that is called as body region, it acts as an emitter of PNP transistor, body of MOSFET and base of NPN transistor. N plus layer, it acts as collector of NPN transistor, source of MOSFET. Junction J1 is formed in between P plus. Here we can see that the J1 is formed in between P plus layer and N plus layer source. Here we have used the SiO2. Gate is insulated by capacitance of SiO2. O2. Here we have O2. Now, principle of operation of IGBT. It operates in three regions: forward blocking mode, conduction mode and reverse mode. First is the forward blocking mode. When positive voltage applied on collector with gate and emitter shorted, junctions J1 and J3 are forward biased in that case and J2 is reverse biased. In conduction mode, apply a sufficient positive voltage on gate terminal. Apply positive collector to emitter voltage. A channel of electrons is formed under SiO2, that is on gate and in p-type body region. This channel connects N plus layer to N minus drift layer. Transportation of electrons in N minus drift region lowers the resistance of this region. Junction J1 is also forward bias in this case and is injected holes into N minus drift region. Holes from injection layer and electrons from N plus layer gather in drift region. The presence large number of carriers, those are electrons and holes, lowers the resistance of N minus drift region and we can say that increases the conductivity of N minus drift region. This phenomenon is called as conductivity modulation of drift region. The electrons and holes constitute the current flowing through the insulated gate bipolar transistor. Next mode is reverse blocking mode. When a negative voltage is applied to collector, then in that case junction J3 is get reverse biased. This is the circuit for the IGBT. The collector terminal of the NPN transistor is connected to the base terminal of the PNP transistor. Here in this case, here we have two transistors. One is this and one is this. These transistors signify the parasitic transistor, which creates a regenerative here breaking feedback loop. The RB resistor signifies the shorting of the base emitter terminals of the NPN transistor to ensure that transistor doesn't latch up. That will lead to IGBT latch up. The JFET transistor signifies the construction of current in any two adjacent IGBT cell. It allows the MOSFET and supports most of the voltages. If C is positive, here we are going to discuss about operating principle of IGBT. For this purpose, we have this circuit. We have here we have gate voltage, here we have resistance, source resistance, here we have gate emitter voltage, and here we have collector current. This is collector voltage. We have here this IGBT, and we have collector here, we have resistance here, we have collector to emitter voltage, we have gate to emitter voltage here. So if C is positive, C means collector is positive with respect to E emitter. If gate is positive with respect to E greater than the threshold level, then at that time N channel is created. Current flows in that time through the channel D2S of the MOSFET. The current flowing through the channel serves as the base current for PNP transistor, which causes emitter current to flow in the transistor, resulting in the large scale injection of holes across the top PN junction. These holes are responsible for the conductivity modulation of the middle N zone. So we get some characteristics. One characteristics that we are going to discuss is the transfer characteristics. We can see here this transfer characteristics in between the let's see it here. This transfer characteristics is in between the gate emitter voltage and the collector current. Here to find out the transfer characteristics, we have to increase the voltage VCE, collector to emitter voltage, to its maximum position. Now we slowly increase the voltage across the VGE, and then we note down the voltage VCE and current IC value, and then we plot this graph. Next characteristics is the output characteristics. This characteristics is in between the VCE and the collector current. In this case, increase the VCE to its maximum position, slowly increase the voltage across the VGE. At certain voltage, IGBT is turned on, stop varying the voltage at that point. Then reduce the voltage VCE to its minimum position. Now vary VCE voltage slowly. Correspondingly, we note down the VCE and IC readings, and then we plot the graph. Here we have graph with different values of VGE, VGE1, VGE2, VGE3, VGE4, etc. Here we have the maximum value VGE5 is greater than VGE4, and then VGE3 is less than VGE4, like this. When the device is off mode, VC is positive and VG is less than VGET, means threshold VGE voltage. The reverse voltage is blocking by J2, and when it is reverse biased, in this case VC is positive, J1 blocks the voltage here. Next characteristic is the switching characteristics. Here switching characteristics, we have drawn that turn on time here T on. Here we have T on, it is the summation of the delay time TDN and TR, rise time. Here delay time is defined as a time in which collector current rises from leakage current VCE to 0.1 IC final collector current, and collector emitter voltage falls from VCE to 0.9 VCE. This is the case, and rise time is defined as the time in which collector current rises from 0.1 IC to IC. Here 0.1 IC to its value IC, and collector emitter voltage falls from 0.9 VCE to 0.1 VCE. This is the time, So this is the switching characteristics of the IGBT. Here many applications in which we can use the IGBT. IGBT is used in order to allow power flow in the on state and to stop power flow in case of off state. It is used mostly in medium to high power applications such as induction heating. For switching mode, we can use it as in case of switching mode power supply, traction motor control. And IGBT is most commonly used for power applications, which is it can be used in DC and AC motor drives, UPS system, power supply, and also for drive for solenoids. So this is all about IGBT. Thank you.